Welcome back to Decodiva, your destination for timeless interiors and vintage home inspiration. Today, we're stepping into the heart of the home to explore how to add vintage elegance to your kitchen with refined details and heirloom-inspired accents that feel both nostalgic and beautifully livable. Whether you adore the romance of a Parisian apartment kitchen, the warmth of an English countryside cottage, or the charm of early 20th century American homes, this video will guide you through thoughtful ways to layer character and grace into your space. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Decodiva, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments about your favorite vintage era. Your support helps us continue bringing you inspiring design ideas. Vintage elegance begins with color. Soft creams, muted sages, dusty blues, warm taupes, and buttery ivories create a gentle backdrop that feels storied rather than stark. Instead of bright white, consider warmer tones that mimic aged plaster or antique cabinetry. These hues instantly soften the kitchen and evoke the quiet refinement of older homes. Layering subtle contrast, such as a slightly deeper shade on lower cabinets, adds depth while maintaining that graceful, time-worn atmosphere. Cabinetry sets the tone for the entire kitchen. Shaker-style doors, inset panels, and beaded detailing evoke craftsmanship reminiscent of early 1900s kitchens. Glass front cabinets offer an opportunity to display heirloom china, vintage glassware, or delicate teacups, turning storage into a decorative focal point. If a full renovation isn't possible, updating cabinet hardware alone can make a dramatic difference in creating a vintage-inspired look. Swapping out modern pulls for unlacquered brass, aged bronze, or porcelain knobs instantly elevates your cabinetry. These small details carry enormous visual weight. Bin pulls and latches reminiscent of old apothecary drawers bring an authentic touch that feels curated rather than newly purchased. Look for finishes that will patina over time, allowing your kitchen to age gracefully and develop its own story. A vintage-style range becomes the jewel of the kitchen. Brands like AGA and Le Cornu are celebrated for their classic silhouettes and enduring appeal. Even if those investment pieces aren't within reach, choosing a range with retro-inspired knobs and classic lines creates the same nostalgic impact. Frame the range with a decorative hood, perhaps trimmed in wood or detailed with molding, to give it architectural presence. Open shelving or glass cabinets allow you to showcase delicate plates, floral teacups, and pressed glass bowls collected over time. Mix patterns gently, florals with subtle stripes or gilded rims, to achieve a layered, collected look rather than a perfectly matched set. These displays transform everyday objects into art, telling a story of family gatherings and treasured traditions. Lighting plays a crucial role in establishing mood. Consider schoolhouse pendants, milk glass shades, or small crystal chandeliers for a refined glow. Wall sconces above open shelving or near a breakfast nook add intimacy and softness that modern recessed lighting simply cannot replicate. Warm-toned bulbs enhance the ambience, casting a golden light reminiscent of candlelit evenings. Marble countertops, especially those with soft veining, feel both luxurious and time-honored. Their subtle imperfections contribute to vintage charm. If marble isn't practical for your lifestyle, consider incorporating it in smaller ways, such as a pastry slab or decorative tray. Natural stone backsplashes with classic subway tiles or intricate mosaic patterns evoke early European kitchens. Instead of uniform built-ins, introduce a freestanding hutch, farmhouse table, or antique sideboard to break up modern lines. An old wooden table with visible grain and gentle wear adds warmth and authenticity that new furniture often lacks. These pieces ground the space and create a sense of history, as though the kitchen evolved over generations. Polished copper pots hanging from a rack or resting on open shelves bring warmth and gleam. Over time, their patina enhances the vintage effect. Brass candlesticks, trays, and utensil holders add refined shimmer without overwhelming the space. Balance shine with matte finishes to keep the overall aesthetic elegant rather than flashy. Soft linen tea towels, lace-trimmed curtains, and embroidered runners instantly introduce texture and romance. Look for florals, ticking stripes, or subtle toile patterns to reinforce the vintage mood. Layering textiles creates comfort and a welcoming atmosphere that feels lovingly curated. A deep apron front sink evokes traditional kitchens where cooking and gathering were central daily rituals. Fireclay or porcelain finishes enhance the timeless quality and pair beautifully with British-style faucets. This single feature can anchor the entire design in heritage-inspired elegance. Checkerboard tiles in muted tones or warm hardwood floors provide a foundation rooted in history. Worn finishes and hand-scraped textures prevent the space from feeling overly polished. A vintage-style runner placed strategically adds softness and visual interest underfoot. A small round table paired with bentwood chairs recalls cozy European cafes. Add a cushion upholstered in a delicate print to soften the seating and enhance comfort. This intimate corner becomes the perfect place for morning coffee and quiet reflection. Crown molding, beadboard paneling, and detailed trim add architectural depth that feels historically grounded. These features frame cabinetry and walls, elevating even simple layouts into something more refined. Painted in complementary tones, molding details subtly enhance the room's elegance. Fresh flowers in a ceramic pitcher or dried lavender in a simple vase bring life to the kitchen. Herbs growing on a sunny windowsill echo traditional kitchen gardens of the past. These natural elements soften hard surfaces and reinforce the lived-in charm of a vintage-inspired space. Family heirlooms, handwritten recipes framed on the wall, or antique clocks add emotional resonance. These personal touches transform the kitchen from a design project into a reflection of your history and memories. True vintage elegance is not about perfection but about storytelling. Vintage style thrives on layering, but balance is key. Edit your decor so each piece has room to breathe. Allow focal points, such as a statement range or antique hutch, to shine without competing clutter. Elegance emerges from harmony, where every detail feels intentional and lovingly chosen. Adding vintage elegance to your kitchen is about embracing craftsmanship, warmth, and meaningful details that honor the past while supporting modern living. Each refined accent contributes to a space that feels both beautiful and deeply personal. By layering heirloom-inspired elements, soft palettes, and timeless materials, you can transform even the most contemporary kitchen into a graceful retreat filled with character. Thank you so much for watching Decodiva. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment sharing your favorite vintage kitchen detail. We can't wait to see you in the next episode.